Greetings, everyone. This is me. Just going to put my mic here. Okay, this is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. Greetings. Don't know how to talk about this, but whenever I do, it's I get attacked and more pain. But whenever I do the Islamic revealing the truth against Islam, I have all this energy, right? Just, but like it's kind of weird. Uh, of course, it is hurting me. It hurts me, but I can do better when exposing Islam. I wonder why. I wondered, and my case is very complicated. When I left Pakistan, I started to take help. The only thing I could think of is Hindus, Sanatani Dharms, now they call themselves, although in short, I mean, what we've been calling them, Hindus, right? So this, um, and there was, okay, the mantra was quite strong. It did help a little bit. It seemed like there was support. I contacted Swami Vida through the email. His assistant answered me and said, I need to go to a psychiatrist. I should go to a psychiatrist. This meant no distance healing for me by Swami Vida. So I had heard his master's videos, watched them, lots of them, Swami Rama on YouTube. That's why I contacted Swami Vida, and his assistant did answer me through the emails. Okay, this and but still not quite what the way they had attacked me in Karachi. Anand Kiran coming on Desi Chat. Then I had a Shia Sayyid coming on Desi Chat, and then there was this lady who came over to my place, my mother's teacher, ex-teacher. I mean, my mother's teacher of Khalid Dinas. I brought a lady. She knew some things from the Quran. She could take out istikharas to find out. Istikhara is like finding out what is wrong with me. Through the Quran, she knew. So she told me that they want you to go naked, things like that, strip you naked. Really terrible things. And yes, there is an enemy. And they've come online now, like they on Desi Chat and MSN Messenger from Desi Chat. So, and another thing she told me was there was a Hindu boy, your childhood friend. So I was like, where would I have a Hindu childhood friend? Invisible? What is he? Is he a jinn? Is he a spirit? Yeah, so this is very important. So Anand Kiran coming on DC Chat, he tried to show me that he's looking inside. That's when I got all this, right? Schizoid symptoms. And then voices started to come. So this was in 1999, end of 1999 or beginning of year 2000 or 2001, right? On Desi Chat, Moin J. Abbasi had introduced me, the one I met in Holborn College, London. He's a Pakistani, a lawyer's son, late lawyer. Then his father passed away. He had okay, so, all of a sudden he had some problem, his father, and passed away. So his father passed away. So the thing is that seeing then a lot of this on YouTube also, like cult leaders harming people, Indian gurus um, harming people to a great extent, their disciples and all this, sexually also. So this has to stop. And then now I've come to the conclusion that spirituality has been abused to a great extent, even by Indian gurus and God man or masters. So I was not able to talk properly in the beginning. I was like, oh, how I need an expert, and I didn't want to trouble anyone. I didn't, and also they were threatening me, right, telepathically, through telepathy, that if someone helps you, we're going to harm them and all this. And I was scared for, then I was like, on one hand, they tele, through telepathy, they distance, right, help. They told me that they were helping me. This was Bibi Fatma Zahra's help. So I was like in a mess, like, and then the energy that was harming my body inside, it was terrible. I couldn't stand still, couldn't sleep. If I slept, they would really send excruciating pain, sometimes even currents, sometimes shock, like my body would move, jerk. They gave me jerks and all this. And so one time I got angry at Anand Kiran. I said, my blood is on your hands. Who are you? So, but before when he came, he gave me my principal's birthday. And so I'd written, when my form, Holborn College form, in that I had made my principal the guardian, right? So contact her if you can't contact my parents, like a guard. Um, so the Holborn College needed that, needed a guardian. So I put my principal's name and age and all that, birthday. We both filled, like she helped me fill my Holborn College form, entrance, you know, form and all. Not exam. So maybe, I don't know. And then my principal told me that she had this feeling that she had cancer. She got it checked and it was clear. The test came out clear. Oh. So when I had come back from London, that is, and when I was in 1997, I was getting, but I couldn't contact her. Like, I'm getting these things that, intuitively, not voices or anything, but intuitively, the feeling that someone wants to give her cancer. Now, I remember a long time ago, 1982, my aunt had got possessed in my bedroom. She stayed there for a whole month or so. We were taking, like, taking care, seeing my mother called Sayyid Jafar. He gave Surah Fatiha to be recited and all that. So anyways, I was scared from then, but I did, afterwards in 1988, I did start meditation through the books, foreign books. So I had a crisis because of my teacher. I was very attached to in Karachi Medical School. I had to leave because it wasn't working and we couldn't work it out. Then they sent me to a psychologist. So, anyways, the point is that it's like this crisis I came out of. Point was that, this also going on in my life. My life was in jeopardy, upside down. So, bringing my aunt's thing, being possessed by jinns, and the jinns went away and would come back, and so we had to call our my grandaunt, my mother's aunt, who lived nearby now, to recite the Quran ayats that Sayyid Jafar had given to my mother to recite her while she's possessed. So every night it was like this, 3 o'clock. and all this. So it was very difficult for me to meditate. When I started meditation, I was scared that I might get possessed and all this. In 1988, when I got Shakti Gawain's book and the others, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And I used to, the moment so we shifted also to the new house in Karachi. So I was being attacked. I couldn't get up. What is it? It's called sleep paralysis. A lot of sleep paralysis. So I thought it was due to my crying and becoming really weak, separated from Ms. Disa, my teacher in Karachi American School. And also there's this sound really terrible in my ear. So I was like, what is this? And sleep paralysis. So I would get really scared because I would think, oh my God, are the jinns possessing me or something? My aunt's jinns. Then when I joined St. Joseph's College, 1989, September 27th, what happened is all this, being scared and also they would suffocate. I would be like someone's trying to stop my breathing. So all this was happening. I once asked my father, and he told me that this is due to weakness. So this was happening, but no sounds. Sorry, no voices. Schizoid. If like, oh, Miss Disa is coming. Look, Miss Disa. Oh, I got this sign that Miss Disa is coming. So I wasn't that like that, right? I wasn't. I didn't have psychosis or anything. Hallucinations. It was just neurosis, like restlessness, agony, depression, anxiety, right? Agony. But I didn't get voices and body pains. Like sometimes it would happen, and before I joined St. Joseph's College, the attacks, the sleep paralysis, but not all the time when I slept. Not all the time. Only when I slept in my mother's room, when my father was in there with, meaning, just sleeping on my mother's parents' bed in my mother's room. That it would happen there a lot. And in my room, the suffocation, breathing, they would stop my breathing and I couldn't get up. Yeah, sometimes in my room too. And and the sound was like, it was unbearable for the ears. But I didn't lose my eardrums. I didn't damage my eardrums. I didn't lose my hearing. But this was going on. Chronic fatigue also when I was in St. Michael's School before joining St. Joseph's College started. And I found this magazine, fashion magazine, and that an article on chronic fatigue. Okay, so this, and so I was in the new house. One time I wanted to go to India just to, don't know why. So maybe when that lady told me that there was a Hindu boy with you, has been with you since childhood, maybe that's why I wanted to go to India or something. And then I think it became too much. Even like 6 years of separation with Mr. Sa. In my 6th year of separation, her who was her hockey partner, Mr. Sa's hockey partner, Mrs. Ann Nazareth. When I joined St. Michael's School, she was the vice principal there of St. Michael's High School. She died, had a heart failure. So I was seeing her in a coffin. I was in St. Patrick's Church when her coffin was carried, and I was like, Miss Disa wasn't, this was June, somewhere in the summer, and Miss Disa had gone abroad. So when she came back, it became intense. I went to her place in August 1989. So it became really terrible. And I couldn't study. So I was, again, missing school. Ernestine, there, my sports teacher in St. Michael's School, she told me to, you should go to college. So she called me up that Mrs. Blossom had come, the sports teacher of St. Joseph's College. And I've told her to get you the admission. So go to her. And she called when I was at home. So the point, I'm still forgetting what the connection I'm trying to make is, what connection I was trying to make about my health and all this going on. And then, sorry, I can't remember why I had to mention all this also right now. Okay, so see, I need an expert, and in the beginning, my videos are like my shouting like we're fighting. This is what my aunt also told me. Like, I was like, right. Like, we don't have, like, when we're taking a shower or something, it's like we're fighting with our hair, putting shampoo on. And, but I thought because of the chronic fatigue that then when later on in my aunt mentioned this, I was like, why is this happening to her? The same thing that's happening to me. Oh, and then recently seeing that, so recently seeing the Indian mess, cult mess. Spirituality not working really. So this needs to stop. There's a lot of abuse of spirituality in the gurus, Indian gurus, and all this masters and God man, God. So I started to suspect India, but my mind, it can't take that much pain and shock. So of course, going back to, I'm Radharani, and going back to Paramahamsa Vishwananda and all this. But something about Paramahamsa Vishwananda, a ditto copy, but dark, on the darker side of this Hasad Khan in London. Welcome. So to Holborn College, and then he came to my hostel with a Hindu, Indian, maybe Christian. These Trinidadians, we don't know sometimes. Like they're all mixed, Christian, Hindu, and they have Christian names, but their parents were Hindus and things like that. So he started to, Hasad Khan, who was a Pakistani original, he's from his mother's parents' side, but a British now, born in Britain, brought up. It, like, he was with the Hindus now in the hostel, mostly, and all this. So when that lady in Karachi told me that there was a boy, there's no, from childhood, your friend, Hindu friend, I was like, what's that? And then Paramahamsa Vishwananda looks like Hasad Khan. And so I was like, okay, no, yes, no, that's not right. So recently I put on Facebook that Paramahamsa Vishwananda is a rapist because thanks to the healers, or maybe someone, I don't want to put someone at risk, and I didn't want to trouble someone, and I was the kind of person who would want to protect people, not like a bodyguard. In even in my majlises, like ladies, we had volunteers, and I was young, so I used to be with my father, so I put the Hashmi volunteer badge um, on my arm. I was a Hashmi volunteer, you see, so a protection for our women, and I see that, I'm out there, women are where walking, and I have to protect the side of the women from the men. But our men, Shia men at that time, they were very well behaved. Not no problem did I have on that in my area when we used to have the majlises during Muharram. Okay, then I grew up, and okay, so now the thing is that so very protective. I didn't want anyone's life to risk anyone's life, so I wouldn't trouble anyone, even to. And also this, I wouldn't trouble anyone, but they were threatening me that they would kill now in year 2000 or harm people who helped me, who came for my help. So I had to. Thank God, Facebook came out. Jude, my friend, told me, and then I joined Facebook, and now this way, everything would come out in the open, and I would say, please don't send me private messages. Uh, if I don't know you on Facebook, everything has to be out in the open for me. My personal life, violation of my privacy, like watching, feeling, and men burping and whatnot, a lot. Uh, Here it's in intervals, like once in a blue. It happens, but the watching feeling I got used to. I just for survival. I couldn't breathe properly. My breathing would stop if this, the man's voices and burping. Who's burping? Who's talking to me? Who's this man? Through me. And so I saw that the Indian guru is not helping. What is this? I'm Radharani now. Then later on, now recently found out that I'm Radharani because my grand aunt had and all the signs coming, maybe right, maybe wrong. But it was so this thing that I couldn't, the energy was, I couldn't say no to it when it would come that you are Radharani through me. Devi's talking through me, or this energy force, whoever they are. So so I needed help. So I was like, but someone recently has been maybe I don't know, but I'll just tell you what has happened. Recently, he was telling me, no, we can't accept Paramahamsa Vishwananda. He's a devil. So please beware, Zahra. He's a devil, rapist. So you know how they cunningly use these powers. And going back to Mahanji, I know from some time ago, but Amma had said something, the hugging saint, Indian hugging saint, against him. But even then, I said, let me see what spirituality, suffering of the people, sorry. So I watched this video recently, and he was saying that people, when you're empty, then the guru comes and all this. So I went back to him, and then I was wondering, like, what? No, no. You see, we need to. It's empty. Then the guru comes, and I'm sorry, Mahanji. Uh, um, the thing is that we need to reach out to people who are not well, like like in my previous video, live stream. I said this, like Sister Gertrude of Darul Sakun in Karachi, taking care of the uh, disabled, mentally, physically challenged children. Parents would come there, throw their children. I heard she would take care of them in Karachi, Darul Sakun. And so we should reach out to people like this also. Not all the time, like spirituality and not being in the physical world. Like, for instance, right, what the Ismailis recently, yeah, this, right, that spirit Imam had said this in Tutzing, Germany, 20th May 2006. Spirituality should not become a way of escaping from the world, but rather a way of more. Oops, way of more. Sorry, I just it's uh, uh, engaging, the rather way of more actively engaging in it, right? So reaching out to people, which I feel the gurus don't do of India. Only the hugging saint has come up, and they haven't been doing this. Like Marie Adelaide Leprosy Center, Dr. For. Right? So this they lack, and the Christians are better in this. The Hindus lack in this. And sorry, I again Salim Lalani's video. I've got to watch. I recently came on my homepage when I was coming here live stream. I just watched it for a little while, not the complete, not the complete video. Sorry, excuse me. So against Ismail. Now you see, Ismailis have been the best people I've ever known. Um, in England, Britain, yes. Even in England, I knew Ismailis. So my father's brother's friend was an Ismaili, and he had his fiance. So, and before that, my aunt. So in Karachi, college, um, made. So they're very nice people, and I've known a stationery shop owner and a dress owner, Shabiz, in Karachi, and a parlor later on, Daulat Aunties in Karachi. Ismailis are very good people. Sharif, very decent people. You don't feel like from their eyes even that, they have such soft looks and all. Even my stationery shop uh, owner in Karachi, uh, Soldier Bazaar, and Ismaili, very good people. So it's when I do this about Islam, like I don't think you should. I've realized you shouldn't go to Hindu, what maybe Buddhists, but I haven't met many Buddhists. Although, Sri Lankan Buddhist who was working for us, she was working for us, taking care of my youngest brother at that time. Very nice person, very nice. Yeah. And so Sri Lankan Buddhists, very few of them I've met. So I don't know, sorry, but and Qigong really works if you can, if I'm incapacitated, so please do Qigong. I think I would suggest you help your children to do Qigong for their self protection also. What I found from Qigong is something really that I haven't found from any meditation yoga. Doing with Professor Ma is doing in school, Karachi American School. What in Qigong I found by a Qigong master whose name right now I don't want to take his name. Maybe later on if it comes out, I don't know. I can't say because I'm not in control much. I'm being attacked. Oh, my nerves, like my mother used to complain. So it seems like boots sawar hai and I can't control my feelings. Yet I can't afford to get angry. I feel battered, bruised from inside. If someone comes here and please, it's very fragile here, traumatized person, injured to a great extent. So please watch out what you see here. Because then I have a disclaimer. I don't promise. I can't say what I would, if you say something here. Be on the topic. Please cooperate. Be honest and cooperate here. And don't go off topic, right? So I don't know whether this Hindu man, a boy, oh goodness, what they've done, and then I don't know. Even on in Karachi, so I felt that they know a lot. The Hindus, the Sri M was saying Pingala left side and right side and the front, and also the vagus nerve. Oh, they can mess it up if they know how. Those who want to use this to harm people, they can mess it up. My ex-friend in St. Michael's school told me, well, at that time I wasn't into this black magic and all this. I don't know, but she knew something maybe from her village, Dadu in Karachi, Pakistan. The village people. And so when she had come from Canada to Karachi, she had found out something that if they take your hair, she told me, they can do wonders in black magic with your hair. Uh, so my mother was a hair cutter and she used to cut her hair at home. I was thinking, who could? So I didn't even like. I don't think I was in 1988. I started to get into this positive. Tried those books, super conscious mind and subconscious mind, power of this. So I was like, God has given us abundance. Be positive, positive affirmations. I'm in perfect health. But I was in chronic fatigue. And no, no, I'm in perfect health. Positive. It wasn't working. Why? So again, lose connection. Where did I go now? So the Indian. So recently, the 45 Ismailis. Okay. Oh yeah. So please, Ismailis are best. No rapist. Nowhere near. Rapist. You can't imagine, right? So this is a community which has been great, progressive. You can see in Canada, in around the world. I don't know. Salim Lalan, what has come. So I was missing, like recently when I saw that, oh my God, the Imam Ali thing and Tawheed from Ismailis and coming close to, uh, oh, Imam, this is not the truth. But they have so much knowledge on James and, James was Imam. So I kind of missed, I was like, no, no, no. My Khoja community, we were, Agha Khani is my aunt had told me. There's, and His Highness Agha Khan, His Highness Agha Khan Imam, best Imam I have known in my, I haven't known the previous ones, but this Imam and AKDN and the hospital he made, the nursing school that Miss Disa joined when she was in Karachi American School. But she told me not to tell the American school. I don't know why. Although she was truth principalized with me, but she herself joined against Karachi American School. I don't know why, what she was trying to tell me. But it was such a beautiful nursery for the nurses, nurse school Agha Khan had made after Karachi American School. Like Karachi American School. My uncle came from Dubai. My father's youngest brother, he said, what is this school in Karachi? He said, this is a school? What is this? Right? He was just at the parking lot inside. So there's a school in Karachi, which is amazing, Karachi American School. Nothing like it. We had air conditioning, classrooms, lockers, in a high school, elementary side on that side, field, big field. It was so nothing like a school like Karachi American School. Even though there are others, Islamabad, ISI, Murray, in Murray also, and in Lahore. But when Sarah Saigal went to Lahore She joined. She said it's nothing like this Karachi American School. She joined the Lahore American School. She went to Lahore. So nothing like Karachi American School. But after the, oh my goodness, the hospital, Al Khan Hospital in Karachi, nothing like it, right? Of course, we have the Fatima Jinnah School, college I went to for my first year exam center. Their exams there, opposite Al Khan Hospital. Yeah, that was nice. But the tables and no, not like Karachi. Nothing close to, but it's big and nice. There's some I think garden and anyhow. So we are swimming pool and tennis courts and libraries and elementary side library and high school side library. All this and the lounge. It wasn't even close to Holborn College. Holborn College was not close to Karachi American School in, like, in London, Holborn College. What a swimming pool. It was like, that Olympic swimming pool. And so, everything, the screen, oh my God, this place where we have they put the projector and show us movies outside. It's like that drive-in we used to go to in Karachi, watch movies in a car. They have that also in Karachi American School. Very big school and amazing Olympic sized swimming pool, tennis courts, too, and coaches. Tennis coach we had. He had a heart attack. So when my brother was there, I could we asked and I could go there for the sports facilities I could use, like the swimming pool, and my our tennis coach, Karachi American School tennis coach passed away in summer when my brother told me later on after summer, he told me he passed away. And then when Mrs. Anne, know in retrospect, like who's killing them. I didn't think about that, right? Just in year 2000 then, I was like thinking backwards, like Gulf Air crash. I didn't think about that. Uh, Khadija Zaidi's father, they lost so Sarah Akbar and Khadija Zaidi, Karachi American schools students. Uh, they lost their father in the Gulf Air crash, and I'd met her father, beautiful man, such a gentle man. She said, "Baba, this is my uh, classmate." Uh, said salam and all this. Shias. He had come in the gym, stadium, the steps. On the steps, I met him with Khadija Zadi. She introduced me to her father, and then in Gulf Air crash, 1983, we lost him. He had come for Eid. Then he went back to Al Ain, I think, Abu Dhabi. He was working there, coincidentally, UAE. So I was like, I didn't make a connection that Miss Desai and I were so happy at some gathering, and then this happened. And the dancing thing, yes. So Khadija said they had stopped dancing, so she was sitting when Miss Desai and oh, sorry, in our sports, which class were we in? High school now? My father's in Singapore. So I was like, the dancing class is going on in Muharram, started, and when it started from first Muharram or something, and then I told my father, I called him up and I told him, I'm not, no, I don't want to participate. And he said it's a school thing. But then 7th, 5th Muharram, 6th, I told my father, I had called him But then I didn't call him again. He said it's okay. So what I wrote in my excuse letters that I no, I can't. My parents are saying no. And I got it signed from my mother, who was in Karachi, not in Singapore, with my father. I handed the letter in. So I was trained that Khadija's father would, this Gulfer, why would they target this Gulfer? Huh? Very strange, right? And Khadija said, I told my father, no, I want to, did I tell my father about, no, I just said I don't want to, there's another Shia Sayyid who's not participating. I thought to myself, maybe I didn't tell my father about Khadija Saidi. So there's a Gulfer crash in retrospect. I started to, later on in year 2000, when Air Blue crashed, yeah, they were telling me that even my Christian friends they're going to get. So they got maybe so I wanted to tell my Christian friend, but he'd gone to America, that look, don't do business with any Pakistani, or be careful, whatever. And Libby, my friend, British Airways stewardess, who she retired and then she joined Air Blue, or she resigned and joined Air Blue. Crash also that I will show you, 1983 first. This happened in September. There was a Omani pilot and Khadija Zaidi's father on 23rd September 1983. So I started to suspect my aunt, who was a stewardess and her son. So a passenger checked in and out. And remember the asphyxiation later on in the when we went in the new house. So we were near my aunt's house now. Maybe someone was jealous, that we've gone into this really big house in Defense, leaving Soldier Bazaar. All the Soldier Bazaar, we had a big house, but this big, no. So maybe they were sending me this airplane kind of sound that I need. I could, ouch, it was hurting me during my sleep, and I couldn't get up. I was asleep. I had sleep paralysis also. And the suffocation, they would also stop my breathing. So this, I suspected my aunt, and the passenger checked in, checked out. I suspected David Qasim, my aunt's son. Sorry, I have to say these things. I can't stop. Then Air Blue crash in, oops, year 2000 somewhere. When did it happen, crash? This is my other cousin's birthday, day, 28th July. So, of course, I wouldn't suspect this cousin of mine, the second cousin of mine, my mother's cousin's son. As Libby worked for, so her mother on the phone told me that later on that, oh yes, Libby did get crushed due to this, and so the crushing. Yeah, so then I said, oh, like, who's doing this to us? And they were telling me here with the finger, Fatima Zahra going down, that I'm the pilot and it's not my fault. And I was like, wow. Because, in childhood also, like, oh, she's angry, my father's side. The person, the child, they know how to aggravate and agitate. So agitation, aggravation from childhood, when I was 3.5 years old, or before that also. So um, you say, oh, from childhood you are like this, right? So the captain's arrogance. The captain told me after this crash that, look, it will come on me, but it's not my fault. So, they change the personality, make you do strange things, make aggravate you, uh, and agitate, and make you snobbish, harsh. Yeah, the captain did tell me. I remember my AC wasn't working probably properly. My father was in there in Karachi. I went into my father's room downstairs, and there I was in this crash. They were telling me, Rabbi Fatma Zahra's finger, this ring finger, third finger. So they do a lot of things. Who's doing this? I wanted to find out so we can stop them. And so the Hindu gurus, they're kind of not, sorry, but like I didn't find them, what do you call it? Like that, um, helpful. And like when I found out I'm Radharani, okay, Paramahamsa Vishwananda singing Kirtan, Radharani, this, that. But like I was like, this is what it is. Like they can't come and we can, meet and see what it is. So, and then going there for live streams. And now I've unsubscribed to all Bhakti Marga and Paramahamsa Vishwananda. Um, sorry, excuse me. Also going to miss Ismailis also. Now my mind bombarded. Sorry, I'm not coherent. Uh, and then, so I was praying. Oh God. So, sometimes forgetting and then pray, like maybe it's, so much that, yes, 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 it is some enemy, high profile enemy. And then forgetting and praising our Khanis and not thinking, guess what happened? First, they threw something in the Jamaat Khana, and I was like, what is this? I found out somehow. They had this thing which in the mouth, what do you call it? You pull it and then you throw it. It's like a. Then it was like 45 ahanis. Now, I was, then what I found out, so I was like, 45 ahanis being killed. Where is it? Did I put the see how I forget half, you know, and don't even say, used to finish my sentences. And it's like I'm talking like I'm fighting, arguing. So this, huh? You know, there was once I had very high fever and there was this scare of meningitis. Also, although I think they started from, in retrospect, they started from St. Joseph's College. A student had fainted. She was lying. I found her lying in the parlor building of our college. I was outside on the ground. Like, what's happened? Teachers, principal has come down and they've squatted down, checking, looking at her. So, some student told me that it's a meningitis case. So I was like, oh, oh, what about my principal and my teachers? Look how close they are to her. Like it's contagious. So I started to go forward. I started to move towards the parlor. And when I took one step, the principal, she looked at me and she smiled. And that gave me like, that consoled me that, okay, everything is okay. Just said it, you know, you. So I retreated. And I think they had called the ambulance and everything was. But I also, like, I also wanted to go near for men because meningitis case. So if the principal and teachers get it, let me also get it. But the principal smiled and I left. And so in London, there were flyers coming in a hostel that we need to get meningitis vaccine. Right. So why isn't it coming here? Oh, I haven't played it. It slowed the internet. Okay, now I can see on the other device, the screen is showing. It was on my video, intro video. So how, like a Jewish man recently, fabulous talk, and so community helping, reaching out when you're in a foreign land. So this is how, not only that alone you stand on your own, you can't stand on your own alone. My therapist also told me, and I agree to this long time ago, that we are interdependent and we should not be scared of someone becoming dependent on us because they love us, or this thing in America, in the Western world, is like become independent. But then what independency? There isn't any independency because you're mostly at work, and then you're dependent on your work, your co-workers and your boss, and you meet them, and they need to cooperate. So independent from family, but or friends, and but work you. So it's an interdependent world. If you lose your job, what will happen to you? So I lost I was separated from my teacher. They was like, this is unhealthy relationship. I thought what they meant was that she's too attached to her teacher. The attachment problem, attachment, fear of attachment. What is this? So severing ties without mutual understanding, and this I don't agree to. So when my therapist later on said we are all interdependent, so maybe what do you mean by dependent? So in this video I was seeing, this Jewish man was saying resilience. So the American man was saying that, but shouldn't you stand on your own, and then on your own, like feel inside independent? But you see, from the very beginning, we're not born independent, right? First, the mother takes care. We're completely helpless. So this balance, the Westerners in this, they don't understand how to make the balance. Like, no, the community help. This is how resilience comes, when the community is together. Like he would go abroad and he would not know, uh, you know, who would cook for, or where he'd get the food, and his community. He goes to his Jewish community synagogue or somewhere, and they help him. So it's not like, I'm not saying like over dependent, but no, we are all interdependent, and we're supposed to be like that, which Westerners, I'm sorry, would not be able to understand this. Even the fruit that comes to you, that you buy, farmer makes it, not you. You can't be totally independent in this world. See this also. So saying that not agreeing, oh, so, but there needs to be that back, you have a backing, like, okay, you're not going to be as independent, like, you don't mean like this, Rashid feels, sell your flat. This is Sufi independence, right? This is another independent problem. Uh, Rashid feels book. You wouldn't sell your flat, right? Or your house. This is like totally spiritual. Every way your arrogance goes, you're humiliated, you're humbled by the Sufi master. And this is like total, then this total independence. But at first, you need a Sufi master to tell you to sell your. He had to sell his flat, like the monk who sold his what car? Which car was it? So this total independence you can't find in the, unless you're a Sufi or you're some you become. Even in this, you need a master to make you totally independent. Rashid Field's book, which one I bought in. So the Jewish man I felt was right. The last barrier that you have to cross, the universal search for self-discovery. So this video I was watching, oh God, how many? So I'm going in my library. This fabulous thing about what the Jewish man said was saying. So becoming resilient. And how do you become resilient? That you have community backing, someone backing you. You see, if you don't cooperate here with me alone, what can I? Then I would say alone. What I can do is go in the forest. I'm taking financial help in from my. You know what I mean? They have to. They're in the secular system, banking and finance and economies. In this, the economy that the West has given us, or so they're in that. We're not totally independent. If I want to be totally independent, then I go in the forest and live like Tarzan in the jungle. And even Tarzan, who took care of him in the beginning? The animals did. Uh, so this also, total independence is not there, and overly independent also, that you get so spoiled that you don't want to work, you don't want to do anything. You're a man, or for example, and you are feeding, like you just want to sit around at home, bum around. Not that kind of spoiled, totally dependent on your wife to feed you, to bring, to work, earn. No, no. But the balance we haven't struck properly. This is the problem. And where's the Jewish man? Excellent, fabulous. The world is going crazy. Mass psychosis. Like the Shia was telling me that if the women are going to work, all of, well, I didn't agree to that. But anyways, like the religious people say that there would be a eclipse between man and woman. But I don't agree to that. Even that, but you know what? For example, like but this man, this Jewish man, right? He is right about this. The world is going crazy. Our entire Greg Witt's channel, on Greg Witt's channel, our entire population becomes mentally ill. Dan Ariely, Aerially. Oh, sorry, aerially or aerially. He's so right about the Jewish. So we need to strike a balance. And then I was doing Jiddu Krishnamurti also, but you have to stand naked, right? Jiddu Krishnamurti, or be like what Jiddu Krishnamurti says. So resilience is community, someone backing us. I would not have been. I don't know where I would have been if UAE had not helped me financially. Before that, my brother. Where would I have been? There are people who are not genuinely not well, right? So, for example, in our in this, yeah, some Quran ayats are good, and they must be from every rascal. There's the worst in the best of us. Like I think Shakti Gwain's book, I found this, and the best in the worst of us. So we don't have to give up on the worst of us, but Prophet Muhammad, we need. Oh, now he's no more, and we can try and try. Oh no, they say that covert nonsense. You can't. We need to give up on some people, like covert nonsense. And okay, work on us, and maybe a little bit. Another Bashir, what was it? Danish Bashir was saying that no, you need to give them a little bit of supply. Otherwise, if you leave them like that, they will come after you or something. So you need to, kind of give them a little bit on their ego side. Even this, we can't completely give up and run away from the covert narcissists. Recently, I saw on Bashir, Danish Bashir on covert narcissist, he had uploaded this video that if you want to, like, how to, what was it on covert narcissists? That you need to feed them a little bit on their ego and narcissism. Stay safe. Here is how to stay 2 steps ahead of a narcissist. 5 powerful ways to manipulate a narcissist. Danish Bashir channel on YouTube. Yeah, so what we need to take also immediate steps to stop this now. In conclusion, I've realized, sorry, Hindus, Indians, I know all of you are not bad, but it's enough. Enough is enough. Even with Pakistanis, I was like, enough is enough. So I'm going to call out names and all this I was saying. It was so painful. I cannot tell you how, even now, like my life, why should it be like this when I used to question in Pakistan, where is God? Where is God? God forsaken city. Became too much. When I was depressed, I started to wonder, where is God's help? And why would my mother's cousin's son get ill? And why wouldn't there be a healing for him? Where is Imam Hussein's sake? Why doesn't God hear us for Imam Hussein's sake? Also that I wondered. So no, we need to reach out to people and we help them. This independence is not there in this economy, this secular system. If you're seeking for independence, no, it's not there. Freedom, total freedom is not there. If you want total freedom, then you do Jiddu Krishnamurti at this, and you do even didn't he have help like where was he earning money from? How could he live in California and all this? So we have to rely on the economy of the secular system and be safe that no person comes and shoots at like they did to also Mahatma Gandhi, and so we need to see that there's security all around us. When the Hindu guru and disciple meet, what prayer do they say? First, security, right? I think that you are secure and all this. But unfortunately, what the Hindus have done, I don't know. And then I heard from Science Journey, and some Hindu was telling me that no, the Chinese have, this is Chinese agenda. Oh God! And so the Brahmins killed the Buddhists long time ago, and they stole things. That this Science Journey says this is not from this Vishnu and Bharat, like the Buddhism is the true thing, way of life, and it's original. And the uh, Brahmins, even Buddha was from India, but Brahmins stole it from the Buddhists. Buddhists were the original ones. Buddhist Indian. So this problem in this world, and so much problem, it's increasing exponentially. It's going wild. The more we say don't do this, and now we have social media, so I thought it's going to get better. Everyone can complain, and we have mobile phones, and we have all this. You know where the person in the forest, you will not get lost. Thank God for the mobile phones. If it's your battery is there or whatever it is, you can call, for help if you get lost in the desert, in the forest. So, but it's getting worse and worse. And finally, so all the things I can't say. Finally, in conclusion, the Indian gurus also cult, they've made themselves God, and they've abused spirituality in and out. Before I think, oh, India has such a spiritual treasure. But man, what man has done to man. Who was it? Keats or Yeats or PB? No, that's the actor. PB. What's the name of my poets I've studied in St. Joseph's College? What man has done to man, or where did we take the wrong turning? Jiddu Krishnamurti and David Bohm, on that ending of time, they mentioned where have we taken the wrong turn? What has man missed? What man has done to man? William Wordsworth poem. Who is it by? I've forgotten the author's name. William Wordsworth. Wordsworth, right? What man has made of man, not done. Oh, it's chilling. Oh, the madness, what they can do. Oh, so I'm not going to start with that. I can't afford in my inside my battered self. Because then I'll maybe start abusing. Kitne, instead of saying how cruel, I will say, something like, I will be stuck on some haram word. Okay, Urdu word. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in grove I sate reclined, in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Even spirituality. Now enough is enough. Hindu gurus, through primrose tufts in that sweet bower, the periwinkle, Periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my fate that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, and their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made. Oh my God! You know, this poetry book I had in St. Joseph's College. So I was thinking in what a coincidence. First year that I wish I was a bird. That's why this poem means a lot to me. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasant pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? So William Wordsworth was told by my teacher that he was a nature lover, lines written in early spring. But also nature, you know, we have storms, we have nature can be very wicked. Animals, lions eating lion, deers and all. Lions don't eat lions, but cats can eat their newborn and their womb. Oh, whatever comes out when they give birth to kittens, the babies, they eat that. What do you call it? Comes out, and even they would eat their babies. So my father was saying that look at the Jewish people. They're so and here we are Muslims fight against each other. Oh my God, it's been so painful. It's so maddening. But you know what I do is now, thanks to Moji Baba, I just stay still, whatever's happening in me. So Sri Ravi Shankar ji, I couldn't sit up to do your meditation even for more than like 5 minutes. It was terrible, very, very difficult because it's been very painful. My, you know how they attack, psychic attacks, they mess my mind and bad words coming. Now there were some bad words coming, and I was like, if this Indian is calling me a bee, I said, look at yourself first, okay? Look what kind of a person you are, right? Okay, on like they act very good. They act like no, even their behavior is psychotic. Um, it's not schizophrenic. It's psychotic, sadistic, or machoistic. Have you seen how Paramahamsa Vishwananda talks? Spoilers. I would give a 9. Oh, I would contribute on the live stream and say spoiler. Very condescending or something. Well, I was told that that by Shakti Goen that your guide can be very like eccentric and then Rashid feels Sufi master. He was terrible to Rashid Field. I think even he was very violent, right? So I was thinking, oh, maybe they have to be like this. But then later on, I realized I don't think you're supposed to beat your ego up. Love, if you just love would be like Paramahamsa Vishwananda, just love, then love doesn't need to beat the ego up. If you believe in love, then you should, what I wrote, see, no. Love dissolves everything. Love dissolves differences. If you knew what love was, You don't have to do any prayer, hoping. If it's true love is supposed to dissolves ego and arrogance. Everything. It just means conflicts between people. Also conflicts. So, but I chose the Jiddu Krishnamurti way. Just put love aside. This is what I used to believe in. But if you're saying just love, then there should be no kind of. There's a. I saw a deception there. Just love. So you're doing rituals and devotion to God. No, no. I think the best worship is that you devote yourselves to human beings, humanity. Find someone like I wrote to Mr. Sa, and oh, I found that's just better. Captain Corelli's. So I was writing letters to Mr. Sa, and so Captain Corelli's mandolin quote: "Aren't we family? And the greatest worship, Mr. Sa, isn't it that we reach out where there's a wound in us where the child may. I'm not, but since she said we're friends after school, Sarah, I made her a family member in my own. I didn't argue with her at that time when she said, but I was like, no, for me, she's my family member. Like, a family friend. So, quotes, how do I search for it? So when I saw this movie later on in year 2000, oh, it's very difficult to find that when his earthquake comes. No, ENS, ENS's letter. Where is it? Sorry, I must have missed it. No, it's not here. It's soundtrack. ENS writing to Corelli. Where is it? Must be here. ENS writing to Corelli. Antonio, I do not know if this letter will reach you, or even if you are alive. Perhaps someone else sent your record, and that is why we found no note. I would like to say that Pelagia is happy, but she is full of tears. She will not let fall, and of a grief no doctor can mend. She blames herself for the pain we have suffered, and perhaps the same is true for you. You know, I am not a religious man, but I believe this. I also believe this. I believed it. This is the greatest worship, not devotion to some God, love to God. God doesn't need all this. But I believe this. If there is a wound, we must try to heal it. If there is someone whose pain we can cure, we must search till we find them. If the gods have chosen that we should survive, it will be for a reason the great earthquake strikes. So the greatest worship for me is not, I realize this. I'm sorry, I don't, please don't get me wrong. I'm not like, okay, the religious people can pray 5 times a day, do nafals, extra prayers, and all that, and go to Imam Bargahs and mosques, but the greatest worship is to heal the wounds of others, right? That's what I've written to. Aren't we family? So Dr. Deepak Chopra and Oprah Winfrey, how did they come? They came saying, yes, 21-day challenge meditation, but we're a global family, right? We're a global family. Dr. Deepak Chopra and Oprah Winfrey giving us free online 21-day challenge meditation because we are a global family. We must reach out, and it's not the fear. You see, we have this fear all the time of attachment, or would we get spoiled? Will we spoil the person? He will or she will not work. She will not even try to get well. So that's why, when Mother Teresa's interview, she said, they said, the interviewer said, this, what, you're feeding them, you're making them dependent. They might not even, meaning they might not even want to get well because now they're so spoiled. You're feeding them with your hands, you're spoiling them, meaning. So she said, you give them the bait, I give them the fish in the mouth. So I believe I don't believe that love can spoil someone. You can get up, become resilient, but their soul spirits are crushed, right? Traumatized people, a Filipino here was telling me that her husband had an accident, now he can't work. And since the accident, he's been traumatized, not only physically, you know, but traumatized. So he can't work anymore. So that's why his wife had to come to Dubai and work. He can't work. It's okay. It's okay. He can't work. Oh, he can't work. But it's not like, we're making the husband spoiled and he'll be sitting and the wife will be earning. We're not damaging or spoiling the person by making them resilient, having that community support, giving them the community support they need when they're broken, when they're in, or even before that. Someone should always be there for you. You are not alone. And that's how we should be feeling in humanity. And another video I found that was telling me in I would thank God it's saved me, because then the Indians would come here and say, you are Pakistani, when I'm not. And even if my mother was Pakistani, she didn't have anything against Indian Hindus, right? So, these kind of things, they nonchalant, like callously, you say. Recently, So I wanted to say, like, you Indians, come here and say, you have effed up. Oh, there's a Facebook page. I don't like abuse, but it's un-F the world. I joined that later on. And another, he saved me. He's put it in a very like general way. Where is it? Can't find that video. Oh, just before. And the Buddha. You know what? I can't find his video. Anyways, he was talking that spirituality is nonsense. I mean, indirectly, how ideas can trigger a mass psychosis. Yeah, this one, Academy of Ideas, on YouTube channel on YouTube, Academy of Ideas. How ideas can trigger a mass psychosis, and how now this nonsense of spirituality, it's been abused through and through. And then and another one, Maya Wisdom. This is a channel on YouTube, Maya Wisdom. Can't show you here. This is why Buddha challenged the religion he was born into. So are you going to say that because Buddha challenged it, or you some have don't even accept the Hindus that Buddha challenged it? No. Buddha was and this Hindu. What are you saying? So in I've put a comment here. Zara Ex-Shia Truth Seeker 1. In my reflection and experience of Sanatan Dharma, Hinduism, I made sure I put Sanatan Dharma. I see Buddha as a wise man who shifted the spiritual nonsense. Brackets open. Humans craving for higher powers and belief in divinity. Brackets closed. To what I would call metaphysical reality. Right? So, excuse me, Hindus, if you're going to put the blame on me that I'm Pakistani against Hindu, Sanatan, then Buddha challenged the religion, and you're going, oh, this Western world now has taken Buddha and used this. Even the Western world is against you. Maybe. And we had no caste system. It was the Britishers' colonial system who came and changed it, or the Mughals came and changed it. We had no Brahmin caste system. And what I feel is one day I felt, this when I was connecting, no, you're right. Okay, you saved my life there, and this and that. With Paramahamsa Vishwananda, that Babaji came, and I just, like sitting up, I just went to sleep. And that peace was not good. So it seemed to me it's from now in retrospect, oh my God, save yourself. I must tell myself. It was perhaps a jinn, astral level, psychic level energy, not that peace that you feel inside, which I have felt in year 19, end of 1989. It's when I had clinical depression, because they would call it clinical depression because of separating from my teacher without mutually agreeing and all this. So without medicine, without therapy, all of a sudden feeling empty and so peaceful, so bright inside, even though empty, no darkness, the charm of life came back. And that kind of peace I haven't felt through even Babaji coming here invisibly, sitting in front of me, and I conking off, like going to sleep. It really didn't help. I thought that Paramahamsa Vishwananda was here bringing Babaji. This is a, afraid to say, astral. Now I realize. And he's come in my dreams and he's threatened me that you will fall. I didn't, what did I? No, when I started to suspect him, and I've seen that he's, Paramahamsa Vishwananda has abused some boys, his disciples and men, and women now. So he came in my dream saying that he warned me that you're going to fall from such a high place. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is that I had a friend in Halban College in first year. Her and Roshan, Leanne, Roshan, and Amit, Indian origin, used to walk home or to the tube station from college. I never spoke to Amit. One day he came to our college while we were always walking home, going home together through the graveyard and all. One day Amit came and he didn't even talk to me in the student lounge. He didn't tell me that he's leaving college or why. What? Anyways, but he looked at me. I guess. Then came this Hasad Khan. Then I found out, through Sadhguru, that these Hindus, these siddhi powers, they can take a man's dead body and all. I don't know what. So maybe Hasad Khan came. Where is Hasad Khan? So I've been asking on Facebook, trying. His parents. He's from Attic, Pakistan, originally, and so could it be that because I didn't give, I wasn't interested in Amit. Then he made him. He took the body of someone, I don't know, a Muslim man. Then later on, Hasad Khan came, and then I see him. More Hindus coming. So they may have these Vishnuvites and Shivites powers, Brahmins powers, psychic. I don't know what this really is. I don't know even how to talk about it. You know the connection I'm trying to make. And then Paramahamsa Vishwananda, now dark looking like Asad Khan, ditto copy, even the voice, right? Features, only the hair is more wavy and slightly frizzy. So, what is this really? What is this? Could he have, for attention, I didn't give him what he wanted from me. Could he have done this? So, please don't get enamored, by these kind of siddhi powers that Mohanji recently mentioned in his video, which I forgot to say the point I was on. The siddhi powers you get stuck on, there you can perform miracles, magic. So this is to what extent the Hindus may have misused these powers. Like what Sadhguru said, that they can, a dead body, they can take, they can leave their souls, they can leave their bodies and transfer their souls into another person's dead body and make that body come alive, resurrect that body. Please be careful. They are very, uh, you see, very cruel, it's unspeakable. And then Sri Ravi Shankar at that time was saying that this unspeakable thing, communist China, and but then of course he's visited China, Russian communist. Ah, But what he doesn't see is his own spirituality, his own people doing unspeakable things, abusing spirituality. At least the communists have abused material things, right? Way through material power, but the spiritual nonsense. Look how they've abused spirituality. The Hindus, they could hurt someone, and there's no one. Like when I was looking at the cult, I couldn't breathe. Cult consciousness, the channel. I mean, how could this really happen? Where is Shiva? Where is Vishnu? Huh? Where is the other guru's siddhi power to stop the fellow guru, Indian guru, from all this? Going to America, cult powers, sexual abuse, cult consciousness. Channel. I was in a yoga cult, Breath of Fire, 8 years in Hollywood's predatory Kundalini yoga cult. Where's the guru? Where's Vishnu? Huh? And then they would, how recently, like, oh, Kunti, never, she was suffering, suffering, suffering. She never complained. She was in so much pain. And you're not supposed to also this. So they make you think that, it's okay if you're suffering. Oh, the works. God, I can't reach this. I thought I couldn't reach a ex-friend who was a hypocrite. Like her arrogance. She looked very friendly and all this, innocent. So there's another psychologist on YouTube about arrogance, right? Oh, she just nailed it, the psychologist. So please, also, like I couldn't, how am I going to, like, honey, hi, this, that, and they use you like this, using friendship. Then what happens? I also want to go to Dubai. That's what my mother's fault came, that she wanted to go. It's good, okay, go to Dubai. Many people want to come to Dubai. Dubai is everyone is fascinated by Dubai. But using a friend or something, I didn't think of it when my mother took the fall, be Fatma Zahra's fall, that you want to go to Dubai. Okay, that's right. That's good and all this, but don't. Once you get your dream, then your true colors come out, right? Then you're taunting your friend in this condition. Then I realized something is then. But at that time, before, like I would give her the benefit of the doubt. But be very careful. There are not only covert narcissists, but there are arrogant people. The psychology, dangerous truth of arrogance and toxic family dynamics. Tamara Hills, channel MSNCCCCTPLPC on YouTube. Tamara Hills channel. Tamara Hills channel. Not Hills, but Tamara's channel. Tamara Hill. Dangerous truth. So there's arrogance also, and it's so well covered that your friend, it could be your best friend, who is showing that she cares really, and how are you doing, and I'm really so worried about you, and they're very good, caring. You would say, oh, so caring, harmless creature. Tell me, I want to know. And they'll come and they'll even, like Sri Ravi Shankar was saying, a friend who, doesn't put you in misery. That's true friend who comes to cheer you up. I disagree with him. They come. You are in trouble, they come. They come to chill out with you, cheer you up, they show you, but their arrogance is hidden. And sometimes, no, 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 it's okay. I want, like, even I, wouldn't have take help of favors or think it's favors. My cousin is doing a favor on me by, paying for my dinner. No, no, no. So, but also they would, some friends or family members who pretend to care, they don't, maybe for their own interest or something. Sometimes they feel some guilt. They're not like covert narcissists. Oh, that I'm using this friend, but anyways, it's okay. But you can never see it. It's very difficult. So I couldn't reach such people. How am I going to reach a Hindu god who claims to have such siddhi powers? Or he claims to be God master, but actually, what they must be stuck in is siddhi powers. They can even heal your cancer. Some of your disciples, his disciples, he's healed. So it's very difficult to. I have to take a break now. It's very difficult. So cult consciousness. Breath of Fire, 8 years in Hollywood. Another one from Cult Consciousness, a Hindu guru, Indian. How you used for money. Okay, this one was like, oh, as Hasad Khan, you remember you took us for dinner and then, Pathan. And he was like, no, no, I will now, this time I and Zulfikar will take you for dinner and we will pay and you don't pay. Yes, they can be like this on one hand, but recently so I was looking for help. Like, can I? Because maybe at that time there's a foreigner, a foreign. I'm in a cult. This Muslim thinks ex-Muslims are in a cult. Oh, a friendly ex-Muslim. Just 16 hours ago, I just saw his video here. 16 hours ago on YouTube. So I've got my YouTube open here on the other device. Okay. So it's very difficult. There's some great things about them. They will do some healing too and give you that up. And miracles, they will bring out some, like Paramahamsa Vishwananda does, bringing out, what do you call it? Deities, murtis. Mohanji was, don't get stuck in all this, huh? There's some great things they can do. And, oh, you don't have, oh, my life. Oh, yes, materialistic. Of course, everyone wants to go for now. Older people also, I heard in Shia Islam also, when you get older, like, I don't want to, so someone's reminding me, him. So, elderly people, then their prayers, tahajjud, like night prayers, what do you call them in Shia Islam? They increase, and you want the older you get. So material, and the young ones who are sick of this world, like what is this material, secular? They can exploit that also, right? But they're not God man, and they can give you a taste of spirituality like no one has. But it's not. It's a cult leader. Please see this. So thank God for Mohanji explaining. But what the other on this, at least, on the other thing, I don't agree that no, the guru comes when you're empty, totally ego. You have to work on yourself to be empty totally. The guru doesn't help you, right? To become empty. This also, if you take Mohanji's, what Mohanji was saying, official on his suffering. So when you realize that your sufferance is due to all this material, maya, illusion, and greed, and wanting more, filling yourself, and all this, then when you empty yourself, then the guru comes. So all that effort you put, where was the guru at that time? And now you're giving all your power to the guru. Oh, now you're giving all that appraisal to the guru, right? When you yourself, your inside realize, no, I should empty myself. What's the use of the guru afterwards? So this also, and but what I disagree about this. So you see, it's and if and Mohanji was saying the siddhi powers. If you get stuck, even as a Shiva disciple, Shiva worshipper, or some Shivite, you for years and years, Shiva will come and meet you in form and all this, and you will get stuck for years on Shiva because you haven't emptied yourself, and you've got the siddhi powers, you've got the spiritual powers, psychic powers, and that's where you think you're the the works, and you'll be stuck. So don't go for the spiritual powers. But what about healing someone, truly healing someone from a distance, helping each other? If you've become an expert in healing, okay, use those siddhi powers for healing or help healing someone. Someone's being attacked. There's psychic attacks, there's black magic. I've experienced it too. Madness. So like I have to come out like this for many reasons, like some reasons I told you why I had to come out on social media and take names also with names. Sorry, I'm not going to do it like someone else and get into a lot of trouble. Yes. So the, looking for, then I was like China and foreigners. And I couldn't breathe properly. Like when this Ismaili, who was who didn't want to be so I kept a secret. But then later on, he said, "I don't know him. Who are you talking about?" In my email, private. So I was like, "You're not him." Anyways, he gave me a prayer. And I'm misbehaving, and so he gave me a prayer, and I could breathe. Yeah, there are times when they get my breathing a lot, but at least not all the time. I could breathe properly with this Ismaili prayer he gave me. Ya Ali, and Ya Ali to Rahm kar, Ya Maula to Fazal kar. And he showed me that there's a video on it, Ismaili video. So that's good. Otherwise, I don't know. I'd be thinking, who is he? Suspecting him. So, uh, and maybe Zen masters. So there was an American who said he went to China and he found a healer, and it's very difficult to get to him. I was like, oh, please. Or maybe somewhere in the forest, Amazon forest, where they found healing for cancer and all this. Please make yourselves available easily. Please help us. So qigong is really good, and such a. And another painful thing is that I was Radha Rani, and look what. So I'm ashamed. So I don't know what. But when I was reading the Bhagavad Gita, and then when I found out that Arjun really became arrogant in the end, he thought, "Oh, I did it. It's because of me we won the war." Now Krishna has been with him, right? So sorry, this arrogance cannot come. It, then again, the fear of arrogance. So in my life also, I've seen that even religious people, like my father told me, "Oh, because that lady has come, your mother's cousin, just don't think that start pray and all this." I couldn't pray in this condition. Don't take it for granted, or maybe he was fearing that my ego will come up, and I was like, how can my ego come up when Bibi Fatma Zahra should take care of the egos coming up? Well, their imams' egos or what has come up, conflicts and schism, that unbelievable. It made me sick reading about Shia Islam, imams, Imam Jafar Sadiq's children. But what Sabir Salim says, that Imam Musa Kazim actually was not fighting for the imamate, but he covered his brother Ismail, and he put himself in danger to save the true imam. Anyways, this also is there. But we don't know for sure, right, what it is. Then there's another imam that the Shias have, Imam Jafar Sadiq's son. And then what about, and there was whether Imam Hussein's son, Imam Zain Labidin, will become an imam. So all this pride and ego. Or Muhammad Hanafi, who was Imam Ali's son, didn't agree to Imam Hussein going to Karbala, didn't go. Or maybe he agreed later on, but didn't go with them. So now Muhammad al-Hanafiya was saying that he's the Imam after Imam Hussein and not Imam Zain al-Abidin. Then they went to the Black Stone, and if the Black Stone was who is the Imam, then there's problems. You see, from from Imam Hussein's son and Imam Ali's son, Imam Hussein's father's other stepson, stepbrother, sorry, stepbrother. Oof. So when I realized this, I was shocked as a Shia in Karachi online. I was like, then I got angry at a Sayyid who came to me. I said, what's this? Leave your Shia. Take it. There are Bori Shias, there are this Shias, there are that Shias, and you're giving me Shia. What is this? And in that year 2000, I'd had enough with Yusuf Zaidi also. And Yusuf Zaidi had come and he was begging me, take my help, take my help. Yeah. Oh, before also, like I felt that Imam Ali was a devil. As a Shia, I used to have these doubts and I used to be scared of Imam. Um, and reading the Najal Balagha and all this, couldn't there be another way? I used to think, like a peaceful way. All this violence, and they would blame Muawiyah or the Umayyad side. So, but I still felt something was missing. Like I questioned, why wasn't Yazid saved? I think looking at my life, when you're a child and when the teacher is very strict, I had a lenient mother, but if the teacher is very strict and very critical about you, then you know the what the child grows up with. And then every lie that, oh, Baimani, either market, in the market, they've deceived me. I would have a rage there, right? And lose my, then, my balance. Everyone else in Pakistan, they're going on. My principal, very healthy, like of course tough to uh, take care of a college, and I felt so unhealthy in Karachi. The teachers so self-esteem going low. So I realized I had to one day question Imam Hussain, because when he stood there saying, when I realized what he was saying, that I'm the son of Prophet Muhammad, I'm the son of, yeah, and they're Sunni, they're Muslims too, right? I wonder if you can call Yazid Sunni. Anyhow, and why aren't they moved and all this also? But maybe on the self-esteem, if you keep telling the child to, you are a liar, you are a liar. And even if they've lied somewhere, but it's for excuse making or something, you criticize them heavily and all this, you would make them a liar. They would like, you can't, that's not the solution. You can't stop them from lying by criticizing them. But it's okay. No, no, it's not okay. But like, so, you know, yeah, it's not okay. Criticize. We're not begging for love, but kind. I think love it's the best way to make you grow and dissolve things, right? Mother Teresa, then when I found Mother Teresa saying, if you judge, you cannot love, right? So it goes for my teacher, how I learned, and that was very unhealthy. Okay, the right things in the wrong. My teacher taught me like Imam Ali would, uh, Imam Ali, truth, principalized justice. Speak the truth, as if I'm incriminating someone falsely. I wasn't doing that. So anyway, so what? And so if I crack up laughter, you say, I know you're lying. Yes. So it's a really, so the self-esteem of a person goes down. And then the child, once the self-esteem is down, child has no dignity, right? The dignity helps the child. The self-esteem helps, not that ego self-esteem, the self-esteem, not that proud arrogance, but there's this certain care for yourself, love for yourself, which is natural to you. You don't even have to say it. Now, my teacher said that you love yourself. That's why you love. You don't love me. You love yourself. So I would go destroying myself because I've too much on her that she doesn't care. Okay, let's destroy myself now. So that made me very unhealthy and my self-esteem going down. And even my therapist said, like with your mother, later on, she was like, Zahra, no, no, no. No going down on bended knees for your teacher because she's 40 years older to you, or she, no, 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 not even with your mother. We should keep a certain self-esteem. So she also said that, and she's half Shia. Oh, sorry, no, no, she's Shia. Shia, sorry. Oh God, she's Shia, but my therapist in Karachi she's Shia, and her mother German. She's half German. My father is Pakistani, but she's not half Shia. She's full Shia. So she's saying this, and I was like, so humility. I said, in love, there's no pride. She said, no, no, still you have to keep your self-esteem. So what becomes when I read Candice Semigran's book later on, or and she said this, I found 1 minute of self-esteem, caring for yourself and others. And of course, you find Mother Teresa not caring for herself, but for others. So there was this uh, and then you're not supposed, but in love, there's no pride. You see, this is not pride, self esteem. Having a healthy self esteem is not pride. It won't develop ego and, don't tell me what to do. And so I applied that with my principal. Like I would never beg her to come to my place or, Miss, please stay for, can I stay here for a little while in the office, 5 more minutes? So when my self esteem came back, and I'm not going to allow anyone to puncture my self esteem, then it was so healthy. Thanks to also these people telling me, and one thing after another I found, and semi-grants, 1 minute of self esteem. But what it happens is I start to question Imam Hussein on Yazid. I think Yazid's self esteem was punctured to a great extent, and that's why he did what he did against Imam Hussein. You can make if you puncture like a child, you could make him into a criminal. Elders, these adults who are in the form of disciplining the child, uh, spoil the, oh, spare the rod and spoil the child, meaning hit the child with the rod. My mother hit me. No one knows about this. They thought I was, some people think I'm spoiled by my father and my mother and father. Like when Mrs. Gulzar's, Miss Ruqayya Fikri told me that her father didn't stop her having 10 boxes of supari every day. Each day having 10 boxes of supari. My father would, actually, we were walking on Regent Street. I think he got really angry. He's like, what is this? You're having supari like you're having food. We're going home. So, like over or something like this. So he snatched away, got angry at me, or he even would have slightly, he hit me at another time. Yeah, for sure. I know about this. I don't remember whether he hit me on Regent Street for just supari eating. Another time was in Dubai, Ramadan time. Made me stand at the Jana Musalla prayer mat, took a stick and hit me on the back of my legs. Pray. I'd finished the Quran in Ramadan, but he didn't hit me for the Quran. He hit me for, you have to pray namaz. So my parents did not spare the rod, right? From very young, what my grandmother set up. My mother burnt me with hot matches. 3.5 years old I was, because my grandmother and her daughter, my aunt, used to set this up that I would abuse them. So my mother would take me in her room, make me sit down on the carpet, light a match. Are you going to abuse? The mother-in-law, late, she didn't like at all, but like she knew, she loved them, but she knew they had done, so they were cruel on her. Covert nurses, something like that. But still, she burnt me, punished me like this. So she didn't. But okay, now overall on the self-esteem part, so it wasn't that I met Hindus or something. It was when I was a Shia on this, I questioned self-esteem, questioned Imam Hussein. Do you have to say that you are the son of Prophet Muhammad and your mother was Qasr, So, yeah, I started to have doubts. I started to question. And who was Yazid's father? Muawiyah. Okay, so like you would say they were criminals, they were bad, they were hypocrites. Abu Sufyan, his grandfather. And what did Yazid say for Jang-e Badr? I've taken revenge. but that they were killed because they were attacking the Muslims, right? They were the aggressors. But recently I found out they were not the aggressors. Prophet Muhammad was the aggressor. So this also I found, and I will not back up from this. Prophet Muhammad was the aggressor. And why weren't Yazid's army moved? Even Yazid's army, Yazid wasn't even there in Karbala. None of them were moved. Why? So I went deep into this, not deep, but just a little bit here and there, and then easy. Look at my, I've shown you my research, my studies online. Even a donkey can see that Imam Hussein was wrong, Prophet Muhammad was wrong, Imam Ali was wrong. Now, so this, I don't know why you can't see it, but how they changed it. Anyways, the thing was on self-esteem. So uh, if you're going to say polytheist, if Allah, you see, and there Allah is saying no, polytheists can't even give water to the pilgrims. They've made it equal to believing in Allah. Oh my God, that's such a terrible blame on them. So if someone's morale, disturbing someone and taking away their self-esteem, ego, bashing, flush your ego. Baba, ego cannot be flushed. Someone who told me, another Father Augustine, counselor of mine, 1989. I found him through the nurse, St. Michael's nurse reference. Went to him. What did he say? He said, first he said, control the mind. Then said, no, I don't like the word control. He said, supervise or supervise your feelings through your mind as an adult child. We were doing that book, I'm okay, you're okay. He didn't tell me, but I found out because I had already read that book. I'm okay, you're okay. So no, parent adult circles he made on the blackboard. So he told me, so supervise the child, the feelings, don't go overboard on impulse and all this. So control is not good, and I found in the Gita that Krishna says to Arjun to control the mind. And now they're finding ways through it. The Indians who have heard my perhaps criticism on this. Father Augustine said that control is not a good word, supervise. Then when I was reading Jiddu Krishnamurti, I remembered him, right? This controlling and this superficial disciplining using methods, the outer, or punishments, giving out punishments, physical punishments. Although I would say that these rapists, gurus they should be hung upside down. Because how they made me upside down. Whoever is responsible for this, and it's coming that in my someone from my father's family disturbing my mother to no end. My father told her aunt long time ago, my grandaunt, Mimi, if you find treatment for cure for my wife, I will give you what you ask for. Then one day Mimi said, if I die, you will not even come to my grave. That's what happened. My father's never been to my grandaunt Mimi's grave. Anyways, so my mother was emotionally very disturbed due to covert narcissism in-laws. No, no, recently it's come because now I can take it a little bit. Is that a Hindu? I didn't know there were Hindus in Dubai. I never thought of like in my house. My father's mother's house. Uh, we were on that side where there were very few. Ooh, so I went to this clairvoyant in London, and the first thing when she told me my symptoms and everything, and your mother and you, the first thing I said was my mother. I didn't even for myself. Like I was like my mother. Although my mother's had 5 children, and I haven't even had one. I haven't even married. I was so chronic fatigued. So this, I think they should be. I don't believe that punishments are going to reform anyone or do anything, but what you do to others should go back to you. Now, enough is enough. And my mother, yeah, so I don't believe that punishments as a form of reform should be used or humiliation or some people we can work. Children growing up criticized. Father told me, who was that? What was it? Richard Marx's song, Children, We Are the Children of the Night. Like Les Miserables, also society can, environment can have a effect. I'm not saying that don't take responsibility, but some people, like I don't want you to heavily blame someone or start to feel now pity, wallowing in pity and all this. No, no, I don't mean that. But some, this the sometimes it's crime. And what did Khalil Gibran say? So yeah, we need to also look at this. Maji jo agan duboy, usse kaun bachaye? The Indian song, movie song. Mana tufan. What's the name of title? Mana tufan ke aage nahi chalta zor kisi ka. Chingari koi bar ke. So why have these Indian gurus and masters become devils? Must be some deep problem there, right? So on crime and punishment, Khalil Gibran, the prophet. Then one of the judges of the city stood forth and said, "Speak to us of crime and punishment." And he answered, saying, "It is when your spirit goes wandering upon the wind, that you alone and unguarded commit a wrong unto others, and therefore unto yourself. And for that wrong committed, must you knock and wait a while unheeded at the gate of the blessed?" Like the ocean, this blessed, really, Richard Dawkins is right. God the delusion. And Krishnamurti also loaded. He says God is such a loaded word, and love, they say, is such a loaded word. Like the ocean is your God self. It remains forever undefiled. And like the ether, it lifts but the winged. Even like the sun is your God self. It knows not the ways of the mole, nor seeks it the holes of serpent. So, but your God self dwells not alone in your being. Much in you is still man, and much in you is not yet man, but a shapeless pygmy that walks asleep in the mist, searching for its own awakening. And of the man, and now see this awakening and all this, now the spirituality really gets to me. They've abused it through and through. And of the man in you would I now speak, for it is he and not your God self, nor the pygmy in the midst that knows crime and the punishment of crime. Oftentimes have I heard you speak of one who commits a wrong, as though he were not one of you. You see, this is where I wanted to get at. So I'm not saying that you keep blaming the environment and not look at yourself. Someone else, blame someone else, not yourself. Oftentimes have I heard you speak of one who commits a wrong, as though he were not one of you, but a stranger unto you, and an intruder upon your world. But I say that even as the holy and the righteous cannot rise beyond the highest, is in which is in each one of you, so the wicked and the weak cannot fall lower than the lowest, which is in you also. So what does the Bible verse say? We are all responsible for this, and whoever is responsible for making someone a criminal could be, uh, like I was thinking of Dawood Ibrahim's case. I found some videos how Dawood Ibrahim became a don. So the environment, right? So there's a Bible verse which says, um, don't let someone lose their grace. I think it's in Hebrew, I'm not sure, or Proverbs Bible verse. Make sure that, see to it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and that no root grows up to cause trouble and defile many. So please don't get me wrong that I'm, saying, okay, spoil the feather, or no, or spoil them, or just, or blaming others heavily. I'm not leading to that, blaming others heavily. And as a single leaf turns not yellow, but with the silent knowledge of the whole tree. Now, these gurus who are silent don't take action. I blame them too. So the wrongdoer cannot do wrong without the hidden will of you all. Like a procession, you walk together towards your God self. Of course, you're not going to put someone down, crush, or use someone as a ladder that you step on them to go up for your awakening and to find your God self. Maybe you will gain some powers, devilish powers. You are the way and the wayfarers. So all, you see, community work, what the Jewish man was saying on that channel, resilience. So I'm going to, I won't be, like, I would love to help someone, right? Fellow being. And if I know of healing powers, then I would love to teach them to others. And if someone is not well at that time, like the healers, the foreign healers, they're saying, get the healing first, and if you want to learn, it's for free. Come to us, we'll teach you. Like Sane the witch, beautiful sisters, beautiful lady, young lady, healing someone. But at that time, someone's needing, their soul is crushed, they are in such agony, psychological, emotional agony. We need that. And when one of you falls down, he falls for those behind him. A caution against the stumbling stone. And he falls for those ahead of him, who though faster and surer of foot, yet remove not the stumbling stone. So this is what some Hindus have also done. And this also, though the word lie heavy upon your hearts, the murdered is not unaccountable for his own murder. And the robbed is not blameless in being robbed. The righteous is not innocent of the deeds of the wicked. And the white handed is not clean in the doings of the felon. Like Rob Christian was also showing us with the like a little bit. I think Prophet Muhammad, how why he also was like. It says there's historical records, from the Islamic side, that he was sodomized. He was raped by his cousin Abu Sufyan, and then he lost his father, his mother. I don't know what his mother did, Amina. And then he was an orphan at a very early stage. And then Abu Talib also, I think they slept together and he was naked. He was asked to be Prophet Muhammad by his uncle Abu Talib. So all this happening, they made a tyrant of him. And the ones before, and so it's chain reaction, just goes on and chain goes on forever. Yeah, the guilty is oftentimes the victim of the injured. And still more often, the condemned is the burden bearer for the guiltless and unblamed. You cannot separate the just from the unjust and the good from the wicked, such intricately woven. For they stand together before the face of the sun, even as the black thread and the white are woven together. When the black thread breaks, the weaver shall look into the whole cloth, and he shall examine the loom also. If any of you would bring to judgment the unfaithful wife, let him also weigh the heart of her husband in scales and measure his soul with measurements. And let him who would lash the offender, you see now these Islamic now also punishments for adultery and all that mischief on land. The offender look unto the spirit of the offended. And if any of you would punish in the name of righteousness and lay the axe unto the evil tree, let him see to its roots. Like Jiddu Krishnamurti says, even righteous anger see what righteous anger is. Is it right? Is it wrong? And verily you will find the roots of the good and the bad, the fruitful and the fruitless, all entwined together in the silent heart of the earth. And you judges, who would be just? What judgment pronounce you upon him who, though honest in the flesh, yet is the thief in spirit? What penalty lay you upon him who slays in the flesh, yet is himself slain in the spirit? Somehow I find it very hard to read out loud sometimes. It's a breathing problem. And how prosecute you him who in action is a deceiver and an oppressor, yet who also is aggrieved and outraged? And how shall you punish those whose remorse is already greater than their misdeeds? Is not remorse the justice which is administered by that very law which you would fain serve? Yet you cannot lay remorse upon the innocent, nor lift it from the heart of the guilty. Unbidden shall it call in the night, that men may wake and gaze upon themselves. And you who would understand justice, this is very important for me, right? How shall you unless you look upon all deeds in the fullness of light? Only then shall you know that the erect and the fallen are but one man, standing in twilight between the night of his pygmy self and the day of his God self. And that the cornerstone of the temple is not higher than the lowest stone in its foundation. So, you know about relationships, I used to say foundation is very important. Trust. So for a good relationship, what is important? That the foundation stone should be based on trust. Put on trust. And here God's, oh my God, I offered trust to human beings and they took it and if they didn't take it, the Quran ayat, then you would say, oh, the humans didn't take it. What I offered them. Why would God even offer trust if he felt that they were stupid and they would not be able to take it? Surah Ahzab ayat, I offered trust to the mountains. Oh, and another thing in my, I was really grieving. I can't take Ismailis were going to lose. Have I done? So, I was telling Salim Lalani and, you know, to help me also help, like, not in this way. So I had to leave his Zoom with, like, not by bashing or, you know, his Highness Khan the Fourth. It's not his fault. Actually, Salim Lalani should bash Prophet Muhammad, but he doesn't have the guts to bash Prophet Muhammad. He's only after that peaceful Imam, right? He's such a coward. And anyway, I'm going to see how now a very senior and oh my God, I can't believe this, what they've done, what he's done. Diary of a Common Man, Salim Lalani channel. Professor Papa Parapaya, son of boycotted Murid, has spoken. Now, what is he going to say about his Highness Khan? Oh my goodness, that poor man. No, I think it's Prophet Muhammad's fault. He's the culprit. And before him, maybe Abu Talib also, if that historic record is right, they made him sleep naked. What Rob Christian, I think is it Rob Christian or who was showing us? Rob Christian, right? Or Rob Christian from which book? I've forgotten. I think someone mentioned that Abu Talib made Prophet Muhammad sleep naked with him. So he's gone in Abu Talib's wife's, his aunt's grave and slept there and put his shirt and he is crazy. He's gone crazy. He went crazy. And the Christians were saying, I was like, no, he didn't. He couldn't. It's not allowed in Islam to have any sexual with the dead body. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but haven't. I don't think so. It's allowed. Anyways, I can't search that out right now. So here, indeed, we offer at Surah 33 at 72. Indeed, we offer the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains. We offered. God says we offered. Now, isn't this God stupid? What is he doing? Sorry, I can't find a better word, a decent word, right? Like, isn't this God ignorant? Oh, yeah, ignorant, ignorant. To offer the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains. Now, mountains, they have life. How would the mountains take a trust? Heaven, earth, okay, earth personified as what? Heaven personified as you, has a body. Like, how could they take this trust? And what will they do with it? And they declined to bear it and feared it. It's like they're personified as human beings or something, creatures. It's creatures having life. But man bear, but man bore it, right? Indeed, he was unjust and ignorant. Actually, who is the unjust and ignorant? Oh my God. Do you see this, Muslims? Or have I gone too insane? Lost. So, oh, we need to help His Highness Aga Khan. He's such a good person. I think he should drop this religion. He shouldn't he's wasted so many years of his life. Lost his wives because he was too busy on this, with his for his community, for his murids, as an imam also. Who is unjust and ignorant? Why would God offer the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains? But man bore it, but man bare it. Man assumed it, but man overtook it. But man has turned unfaithful to it. Oh, Shakir. Oh, so many gods. You see, now you'll say, please don't say that, please don't look at that ayat that the Jews and the Christians even twist and turn our hadith says Allah. I cry, it's so terrible. It is the Jews and the Christians' fault. Allah, your religion. These Christian Jews and Christians, itne. No, we should, yeah. What shall we do with these Christians and Jews and Christians? What? Christian, oh, you Christian. तुम लोग ऐसे ऐसे तालाक हो तुम लोगों ने हमारे कुरान का what have you done to the Quran ayahs, miss? See? Yes. Sometimes you see what Christian prince. Ah, yes, yes. In Christian, forget Jews. Christian को पकड़ेंगे and we will catch. Look how they twist and turn her. Look at that, Yusuf Ali. What about your translators? Huh? Surah 33 at 72. No, he's done with, Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Now we come to our favorite topic. Surah. What is the proper meaning of this? Huh? What is the proper translation? Forget meaning. Oops, I forgot the verse number 72. How could I forget being a 72? in Karbala. Let me see. And indeed, we offered the trust to. Oh, God didn't offer it to man. He offered it to. He offered it to the heavens and the earth, the sky, samawati. He off. Okay, there's not heaven, the sky. Sometimes it's called heaven. Samawati is sky, right? Okay, no heaven and the earth and the mountains. Oh, heaven is sometimes garden, also earth or garden. Okay, and sometimes heaven is sky and the earth and the mountains, but they refused to bear it and they feared. Ashfaqna, ashfaqna. They feared, Khaf. There's no khaf here. And from it, they feared from it. And but man bore it. Acha, maybe man said, okay, give it to us. You know, why are you? These poor mountains, and so they tried to take the burden off them. Man intervened because God would maybe get very, very angry at the mountain and very dictator like God. So they saved the mountain. Oh, these poor men, I tell you. Okay. So, and they refused to carry it and were afraid of doing so. But man carried it. Okay, he did. You know, God did not, maybe God didn't offer it to man. But man said, okay, I'll carry it. Because the rest are refusing you. Surely he is wrongdoing, ignorant. In the end, Allah wants man to realize his real position in the world. So note what if in that position he regarded the life of the world as mere fun and sport and adopted a wrong attitude, carelessly he would only be working for his own doom. Trust. So I don't know, this is the meaning, like I'm not registering properly, comprehending. You know, little is this, the life one day I wrote in my early years. That the life, little do I understand of this life. And living, oh, what have I done? Absent professor or senile. Don't tell me, no, no. Something I've done here. What actually is this? And how many translate? I don't understand it. Being afraid thereof, but man undertook it. He was indeed unjust and foolish. So, what is this really? And your translators were afraid of. Surely he is no doing so, but man carried it. Indeed, we offered the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains, and then declined to bear it and feared it. But man bare it. Say International, but man bare it, man bore it. Okay, and surely is, but man carried it. No, no. So where was I? On different here. Shakir says, "Oh, but they refused to be unfaithful to it and feared from it, and man has turned unfaithful to it. Oh, man did not bear it." So please, what is this? Which one? But man bore it. Yes, Mohsen Khan. Afraid of Allah's torment. Verily, he was unjust to himself and ignorant. So you see, maybe Shakir making a little sense here about this ayat. That but they refuse to be unfaithful for it. And man has turned unfaithful to it. Not that man bore it, otherwise this ayat doesn't make sense. And, um, so the Arabic word, not yahmil naha, would be they refused to be unfaithful to it and they feared from it. But man had wa and but now wa is but here. Hamalaha, meaning for it. No, meaning, but man became unfaithful to it. Oh, the trust offered. What trust is this? Amanat. What amanat? Also, this we offer the trust, the acceptance of obligations and obedience to Allah. So there's a mistranslation. And so, why was man now? If man bore it, then why was he unjust and ignorant? Please see your mistranslations of the ayat. Because he accepted the obligations and to be obedience to Allah, right? Of course, mountains through the intellect only. You see, if God inspired the bees, animals, they don't have a mind. So since God has given a mind to human beings, they must use their mind. And with this intellect, they and free will, as intellect and free will, right? They accepted the obligation to be obedient to Allah and obedience to Allah. I wish he shouldn't have, right? We could have all been like animals, birds, No accountability, Allah, no sin, no wrong. Should I do this? What choices I make? Free will also and intellect, using intellect. Terrible. And anyways, this ayat doesn't make sense to me unless I read it like Shakir has written it. But man has been unfaithful. So he offered it, but even Shakir's doesn't make sense, right? Because when he says he offered it, that means they have to either accept it or reject it. Indeed, we offered. We wished, aradna. We intended. Indeed, we intended the trust to the, no, offered. God knows where this ayat was stolen from. I mean, from the polytheists, maybe. Allah, what a mess. It was so that Allah may punish the hypocrite men. And hypocrite, see that, this where Jiddu Krishnamurti says to be and to become. So this trust offered and used, God says, you stupid men, meaning ignorant, decent ignorant. Why you bear it? Should have left it here. Forget even going there to Shaitan, Iblis. Why did you not, so that we wouldn't have evil in this world? Why did you not obey the command of Allah, right? Allah. So now that man using his intellect and his free will can choose to be a hypocrite, so where we go? I tell you, we go to Jiddu Krishnamurti. Hypocrite women and the men and women who associate polytheism. Others with him, all this problem we're coming from. What does man have that animals don't have, that mountains don't have, that heavens don't have, that earth doesn't have? Don't you sometimes wish you were a mountain like I wished? Animal. He doesn't say animal here, but and what he mean? And don't you wish that you were not a rational human being with a free will? Don't you wish you were Earth, right? Where did I send that Earth, King of Earth away? Oh my goodness. So you see, the whole problem is the intellect and free will. So come to the mind, go to Jiddu Krishnamurti. Oh, you see this problem. Don't go to soul and, now that God didn't guide the soul. Soul is also. So is the soul the intellect? Let me see what the Ismailis can. This terrible tragedy happening. This last verse of the surah. This last, second last, and then bas. Consequence of man's carrying the trust is that Allah may chastise hypocritical men. This, yes, then next surah. Oh, this Surah Ahzab tragedy, lots of tragedy in Surah Ahzab. Please see. Intellect, I tell you, my Ismailis are very, very good. They're better than 12 years. They have Harvard University, Henry Corbin. I really look up to the West now. And so we have West. We have Imam, whose mother was European, British. Intellect and intellect and soul. Ismaili is coming. Ismaili, come, come, come. What are the universe? Oh, here it comes. It's direct. So Dr. Khalil Andani makes diagrams and all like this. Power. What are the universal intellect and universal soul? The first thing created by God was the intellect. The first thing created by God was my light. Intellect is light. Prophet Muhammad, William Chittick, The Sufi Path of Love, State University of New York. New York, New York, right? So the universe, I did it my way. Singer name I forgot. Very famous. Sorry. The universal intellect, Akal-e-Kul, is the first being originated by God and the noblest of all existence. So this is the problem. Oh, am I helping the Smileys? Dara, I will tell everything to His Highness Agha. I will go for another tea. अरे दीदी तुम चुगली नहीं खाना ठीक है नहीं नहीं हम चुगली थोड़ी खाएगा हम आगा खान मौलाना हाजिर इमाम ते पुती बोलेगा कि इतने तुम्हारे रिलीजन के बारे में आपके तुम भी मेरे जैसे बात करेगा तो ऐसे तो वो प्रेयर में इतमाइली प्रेयर में तू है आप तो है नहीं हाँ दिस यू राइट यू नो कि मौला या अली तू रहम कर तू not up only so only up you can say to Prophet Muhammad Ah, and not to Allah or Ali. Ah, oh, okay. Yes, that's what my aunt told me. So that's like, it's not respectful, but anyways, or Ya to Fazal kar, Ya Maula to Fazal kar, Ya Ali to Rahm kar, Ya Maula to Fazal kar. हाँ तो हम जाके बोलेगा कि मौला Jaira had said that this intellect the problem, culprit. And you see from Surah Azab, she take us here, bring us. Let me see, Dizzy. We're just imagining that what would Ma'ala say? Maybe something went wrong. Something could not have gone wrong because I have full marifat of Allah. Maybe we need to help Sarah, Dizzy. The universal intellect, Aqal Kul, is the first being originated by God and the noblest of all existence. Intellect is a spiritual being of light, Nur, spirit. Now, intellect becomes personified, is a spiritual being. Now, there's no difference between spiritual and intellect. And now, here we have that the Mawla not abusing spiritual things. Intellect is a spiritual being and of light, spiritual being of light. Okay, so the spirit is Nur, light, and intellect. Consists of this. It is therefore called the Muhammadan light and the light of Imamat also, and the heaven, the throne, the sun, the pen, etc. In classical Ismaili philosophy, God Himself ascends all attributes, descriptions, names, including the categories of space and time, being and non-being, unity and multiplicity, and even existence and non-existence. Yet, and this all dera make fall. Big fall happening. God Himself or the ultimate reality is referred to as simply as He who is above all else, right? So this is not a known. And you see inference coming, Ismailis. Ibrahim cannot say, neither you believers, that I bear witness. Okay, you can bear witness there is no God because this energy is not God, atomic energy is not God, solar energy is not God, atomic not God, right? Then, okay, this is not God because it's all created, right? And what is not created? We don't know because we were never witnesses there. What God created, even spirit, if God create or not, we not know. But let's say spirit created, or even pure awareness created. So God not created. So we can, okay, let's go with the Ismaili Shias and all Shias. That we can bear witness to there is no God, but we cannot bear witness to. Classical is very, very good. Talia Badao. Dara, you have done it. I've done what? Bajao, bajao, mere tang tali. You have destroyed Shia Islam completely from all sides. but you cannot bear witness. So if we take God now as a smiley, classical smiley philosophy, and this philosophy, you see, dear Ismailis, it will not take you to the realities of life. So where are you stuck now? Where are you stuck? Oh, what am I putting it on? I can see properly. It's dark, kind of dark here. Oh, oh, so God Himself or the ultimate reality is referred to as He, Hawa, not the He is known, because He transcends and is prior to the distinction between subject and object, and thus because He transcends. And but have you borne? Can you bear witness to this? No, you only philosophically know it, logically, philosophically, right? Now, bearing witness doesn't come in philosophy, doesn't come in logic. You have to come out of all that. You have to put all that aside. This is where you all have gone wrong. O Jamalo, atakati ayasi kersa. O Jamalo, O Dama, Devan Tarif. You know, they say that even Shahbaz Kalandar was Ismaili. Ah, Sabir Salim. I think Hazir, we need to get Hazir Imam out of this intellect. See, then philosophy coming, then mind coming, then problem happening. Leave the mind behind. Sometimes just become mindless. Let's practice mindlessness. We're not becoming animals. I tell you, animals better than us. Oh, ho, ho. Tina, look. तेरा तुमने तो हादिर इमाम को हिला दिया है. I hope he's not taking. No, taking. हिल नहीं रहा है लेकिन ये Zahra is a little lady, I tell you. Let her give us the challenge. Now, where is she? Because you see, Hazir Imam, I think he loved to know, find out the opposite, and he's in for pluralism. And you know, God made, so he's very, very accommodating all kinds of truth. Oh, I mean, truth searchers. It's, yet, I know that they did know that अपन को और भी चाय पीना है लेकिन थोड़ा tea. Yeah, 2-3 drops like that. No, we have to make new tea, Dizzy. One we will make for Hadir Imam. जरा तुम्हारा दिमाग खराब हो गया है. हादिर इमाम टी पिएगा. नहीं टी तो दो अभी. उनको थोड़ा मिल्क विल्क शरबत. हाँ, हम हाजिर इमाम के लिए गुलाब का शरबत बनेगा. मिल्क थोड़ा. हाँ, चलें. So Hazir Imam is very accommodative. He's in for pluralism. You know, God has said that if I wanted, I could have made them all Muslims, one community, but diversity. This Quran ayat, he looks at this Quran ayat, and Hazir Imam really concentrates and gives this Quran ayat a lot of importance. The most important, that Allah diversifies. You know, He has given you diversity, and what else has He given you? New religion also. Surah Nur ayat. And we have given each one their own rituals, what you call it, rules, laws. O mankind, we have created you. Surah 49 ayat 13. Oh, and for Haz, 13, 13 Rajab Imam Ali was born. O mankind, we have created you from a male and female and made you into nations and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the noblest of you in the sight of Allah is most righteous of you. So you to see where you go wrong, Ismailis. Where where there is love. In love there is no right, no wrong, right? If you stick to your philosophies and your intellect, then you have right and wrong, righteous. And also we have given each, this also Hazir Imam loves this ayat, I think gives it most importance. How positive. We have given each, it's each community, each people or person, each group of people, its rights granted. I tell you, this Allah so dodgy and Imam can't see it. Maula Hazir Imam, Maulana. Unto each Surah Hajj ayat. Oh my God. And in Hajj, no Hindu can go, no non-Muslim can go for Hajj. This Hajj ayat, Surah Hajj, ayat 67, for every religion, deen, no, unto each nation. Shall we take Sahih International Pictorial? Maybe Imam, the way Hazir Imam translate. Oh, don't fall in love with me, baby. It's a love that just won't. I just saved it. Your eyes are looking out in the future. You see the past. Bee Gees. You know love was made for a dreamer. Shall we say for every religion, unto each nation? Now we have to go to Quran.com. To every people, have we appointed rights? No. To every nation. Shall we take the majority? Surah Hajj, ayat 67. Today we are going to set His Highness free. Oh no. He's so positive about Islam, so grounded in Islam. Excuse me, ummatan, for every nation or people, group of people, we have made the rights. They perform it. Oh, but the water giving to the pilgrims by the polytheists is not equal. So let them not dispute with you. Let them not dispute with you, yeah? So these poor people are being blamed that they will dispute with you and you are not disputing with them. Your Allah is not disputing with them. In the matter, so Maula Hazir Imam is quite listening, huh? Accommodating everything because don't dispute with them. Zahra has brought her own reality here. Hazir Imam is very faithful to these ayats. Dispute with you in the matter, Amri. But invite them to your Lord. Oops. Indeed, you surely are straight, on the guidance straight. So Hazir Imam He chucked it. Oh, no, no, he just leave it. He said that now I've given a new religion. I've been given a new religion by Allah, Surah Nur Ayat 55. But before I used to, my previous predecessors used to believe in this. Then when we were given new religion, then he not chucked this out, this part. Allah chucked it out. Invite them to your Lord. Right? Can you believe this? Oh, but okay, don't argue with them. Now don't argue with them, but invite them to your Lord. Now, what? How? How? Can I see another ayat? And if they dispute with you, then say Allah is most knowing of what you do. As if they don't have a Allah. The polytheists, just think, take the polytheists for example. It is He who gave you life and caused you to die. Is this about? So the polytheists believed in Allah, yet you're saying they have taken idols and they have taken associates with Allah. Truly, man is most ungrateful creature. How negative is God? You could have made us grateful, but you have given us the intellect and the trust we took, or whatever, to become unfaithful. For every community we have appointed rights. Oh my goodness, God help me. No, no, God has helped you this time. And if they dispute, now He's saying that call them to your Lord. Now, okay, to every Allah saying we have given rites and ceremonies and whatever you must follow. Let them not then dispute with you on the. This have contradictions so much, you know. Even if, okay, take one ayat and look at this. No, no, take another ayat and I will show you. If this not have contradiction, Ismailis, Shias today saving you. Harvard, Dr. Khalil Andani. Water to pilgrims and invite them to Lord, right? What do you think the pilgrims are? Worshippers, right, of God. Quran ayat. Oh, this Surah Tawbah ayat. Number I keep forgetting, 19, I think. Yes. Have you made the providing of water for the pilgrim and the maintenance of Masjid al-Haram equal? Now this coming problem. With these, what this? Ismailis taking Dr. Khalil Andani's way, maybe your Ismaili Quran, you would say, oh, there's no contradiction in the Quran. Like I think Dr. Khalil Andani told Sam Shamoun, right? In the debate recently. We have to take each ayat for in its context. Forget what he said that in the beginning you have to assume that the Quran is true from Allah and all this. But now on this also, like helping the Ismailis, let's go to the branches. So there's no contradiction in the Quran ayats. No. First Allah say here, no. Have you made the providing of water for the pilgrim? My cheeks, my jaws are hurting. And the maintenance of Masjid al-Haram equal? I've read it. To one who believes in Allah and the last day and strives in the cause of Allah. Pilgrims are what? Let's go to Quran.com. Thanks to Quran.com. Look, for helping me destroy the religion using their ayats. Do you make the providing of water Haji? Hello, Haji. Yani, if we call someone like Abba Haji, my great grandfather, that means he's gone for Hajj. Shia, great grandfather. That means, so they had Allah, they believe in Allah, and they're maintaining the Masjid al Haram, this Kaaba now name, like one who believes in Allah. So are they not believing? What they stuck? Oh, they stuck. Are they not believing in Allah? Huh? Oh my God, what a stupid. Please don't make me stupid, right? And please don't make yourself stupid. Ismailis, intellect, light, Noor Ilahi, created. Do you consider providing water to the pilgrims, Haji, and tending the sacred mosque equal? Meaning they equal. It's oh yes, they believe in Allah. Oh, they believe in Allah. Sorry, my fault. Equal in word to be. Yeah, so they believe in Allah, and they also believe in the last day, and they also believe in striving in the cause of Allah. Equal. They just make it equal to in worth. In worth. Now you'll say they made idols equal to in worth with Allah, who's the supreme creator. Yeah, that's water. Sakai. Yeah, boss. Right? Coming. Pani lao. Sakai. With Abbas Amujona man ab namikhon. Sakai yatimana man ab namikhon. Oh my God. Sakai yatimana man ab namikhon. Zainab Parfikan Ahmad man ab namikhon. Zainab is without a relief in Karbala. Okay, so sorry about this. So no contradiction, very well put, understood that God here saying this favorite, one of favorite, I think, I assume pluralism for every nation. Even Ismailis would give this verse. Look, for every nation, we have made the rights, they perform it. Dispute with you, so let them not dispute with you in this, like in the Amri, in the matter. But now this but coming. Why Ismailis? Okay, not to mention, but invite them. Now who's inviting them to the Lord? Also, this they don't leave us. These crazy prophets. Sorry, they're wicked. They are control freaks, dictators. And who will you obey? You are not obeying Allah. You are obeying no. Shall I show you? And this how they want you to obey them. Surah No ayat again. Okay, point back. Ismailis. You have not seen Allah. No. Point here. So let them not dispute with you, right? Now you are inviting them to the Lord for guidance and straight path. You invite them. Indeed, you are surely on the guidance and straight path. So you are inviting them to the Lord. So they also come to the Lord and get on the straight path and get proper true guidance. So what the now problem coming? They're not allowed to practice this. What God has made for every nation, made the rites, rituals, and they perform it. And if they dispute with you, do you think they are disputing with you? Oh, I know. This Quran for polity is not Muhammad. There Allah is telling, I think they were telling Prophet Muhammad, the polytheists, that the police see, oh Muhammad, for every people we have prescribed a way of worship. Actually, Prophet Muhammad disputing with you. Now get it? If you don't get ABCD, what can I do? Or even kindergarten. Okay, not ABCD, but maybe Baba will bring Baja, horn, trumpet. Daddy will bring maybe your kindergarten. So what? I'm not putting you down, but maybe I've sound arrogant. I've just had enough. Maybe arrogance coming because I'm not well or because I'm very hurt. Oh, maybe I'm becoming cynical, sinister. I becoming cynical. Yes. Why? Maybe I deeply hurt. Psychology coming, we are sitting now on the couch. Therapy coming. Believing that people are motivated purely by self interest, distrustful of human sincerity. No, it's Islam and your imams and your prophets or integrity. Concerned only with one's own interests and typically disregarding accepted standards in order to achieve them. Cynically manipulate. Do you think I'm manipulating you, Ismailis? Maybe the second one not for me. Maybe you think it is for me. Why would I do it? For my interest? Who do you think I need today? Not an Indian guru. Who do you think I would be calling today? Ya Maula Shah Karim Al Husseini. Right? So this. Adrikni. Help me. The only one I trust. You know, I find this out recently. Have you made the providing of water? So this terrible, I have to take a break. I'm shocked. One I trust, the only one reason. And now I have to listen to Salim Lalani's new video. Watch that. Oh my God. And the boycotted, son of the boycotted Murid. Oh my goodness. God help me. I'll be in pains and strains and all battered. But I'll be laughing. So we are going now, Didi. Yet, तेरा मैं तो लगता है कि ये मुझे तो मौला बहुत पसंद था बहुत चलो हम रोएंगे अपने हालत पे हाँ आजा 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 मेरी बर्बाद मोहब्बत के सहारे कौन जो बिगड़ी हुई किस्मत को सवारे चलो चलो Thank you so much. Wish you a beautiful life, total freedom, but let's help each other, right? Total freedom. Yes, total freedom. Until we find total freedom, let's. This is I because if I wish this for myself, I wish it for you. But it's not on hope tomorrow. Let's start today, now. It's urgent. Thank you so much. All the best. I wish you all the love, all the best of everything, the best of life, the most beautiful, the most wonderful life. Right? Thank you so much.